Right, here we go, guys and girls. Another Sunderland video now, really. It started with a Strikerless tactics video, but we've gone and played the season in the Premier League after we got promoted through winning the playoffs. As you can see, we didn't do very well, lost in the Carabao Cup second round, 5th round of Man City in the FA Cup, but we finished 15th in the Premier League, which isn't great, but we've survived. Got another season in the Premier League. I think, considering the squad we came up into the Premier League with, that's a really good season for us. We've had to invest in essentially a full new squad almost, because a lot of the players weren't good enough for the Premier League. But I'll take you through some of that now. So we saw Diamond, Matete, Serkin on loan, Richardson on loan, Stuart Rawlinson's gone. Man City, very disappointing. He's basically wouldn't sign a contract. They got him on a compensation /free. Really disappointing to lose him. But then Saka gone right, 09. Alessi and Sona's gone. Alessi 4.4 million. We brought in João Paulinho, Ivan Toney. Bit of a controversial one. Mitro's on fire. Now, Sunderland fans won't like this because obviously he's ex-Newcastle, but I think he's a brilliant player. We brought in Fred, Chong, Bednarik, Livramento, Williams, Godfrey. Not for all at 74 million is a lot of money. Brought in Diallo and Lianco. It is a lot of money, but for the amount of players we brought in for a full new squad of Premier Division class players, that's, I think, actually really cheap. Personally, but we've sold quite a few more. Dan Neil being a slightly controversial one, I suppose, to Middlesbrough, but I don't think he was good enough for us to be playing in the Premier League. So yeah, it's a lot of business, a lot of transfers. Let me know in the comments what you think about the transfers. Would you have signed Mitrovic for Sunderland? Probably not, maybe. And also remember to like and subscribe. It's really important. So if we get into the tactics, as you can see, we've changed it up a little bit. We're still attacking, but we've got Mitrovic and Toney now as those kind of attacking midfielders, although they are strikers, but they're going to be playing as attacking midfielders. A bit more size as well, a bit more presence at set pieces. I think that's going to help us out massively. Everything else is similar in transition and out of possession stats, but what we've done is we put our centre midfielders, Segunde Volantes, and the wing backs on support duty to give it a team fluidity sort of style. Bit more structured, bit more defensive. I think we're going to need to be, because we're not going to be the best team at all in the Premier League when we're coming up against other opposition. So we're still going to be piling people forward. You know, the three in midfield, centre midfield, they still bomb into the box, just not quite as often. So we're going to be building the play a little bit more, try and control the games a bit. Godfrey who came in, I think he's brilliant. His physicals are just top class, aren't they? I think he's a really good player. If you've been watching my Everton save, that's got him in. He plays very well for us. Mitrovic, you can see, got 11 goals. Ivan Toney got 7. Not a lot from the strikers, but important to bring them in, I suppose, because we didn't get goals anywhere else. So probably good signings in that respect. Not a lot of assists as well, as you kind of expect. Godfrey topping that and topping the average rating. So he was our best player this season. We need more from Chong, Livramento, because we're going to start playing Chong as that left wing back. So we need more from them, basically getting crosses in to Mitrovic and Toney, the big guys. As you can see, we didn't play great through the season. I kind of came back a little bit in January just to see how things would go and played a couple of games. Then fell down again, didn't it, in March. And then, as you can see, we ended the season pretty well, actually. Only conceded 1 goal in the last 2 months. That was against Man City. That was the only game we lost. We beat Arsenal 4-0 here. As you can see, we're a better team by far. playing Mitro, Embleton, Diallo, Chong, Fred, Diallo, Godfrey, Lianco, Bednarik, Ballard, Patterson. So looks a very defensive setup, doesn't it, when you look at it like that, but actually on attack, and quite a lot of players getting forward, so it doesn't play defensive. And to do this against Arsenal, 4-0, 57% possession, it's really impressive. And Mitrovic played brilliantly. So, sign of the season possibly. Let me know. You Sunderland fans, let me know what you think. So here we go into the game. Fred wins that back. Mitrovic on to Embleton. Great pass. Hopefully finish. Very composed. We've got Bednarek playing that out wide to Chong into Mitrovic. That's what we want to see. I want to see more assists from the wing backs. Fred into Chong, into Mitrovic, onto Embleton. Lovely finish. Too easy. Mitrovic involved in all three so far. Godfrey down the right. Plays into Diallo. Lovely finish at the near post. Ibrahima Diallo, that I think. Nice result from us. Nice to see the tactic is working, although not consistently. I think it is working to an extent in the Premier League. We need better players, we need better squad depth, I think. What I probably will do is do another season. I might do a few more seasons, I'll see how, because I am enjoying it. I'll do another season and see how I get on. Make a couple more signings, which I'll show you towards the end of this video, I think. And hopefully progress, maybe bring in a few younger players who we can kind of develop, so that would be good. Start to actually take it a little bit more seriously, bring in some better staff, all that kind of things you would do if it was a save that you were playing every game instead of kind of just simulating most of the season. But let me know if you watched the first video as well, and have you tried this tactic? Has it worked for you? Have you got good results? Have you found it not to be good? Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's not working for you. Let me know. Livramento into Fred, onto Tony. Oh, that was a foul, but Livramento picks up the pieces. Lovely finish. Patterson just with a long ball over the top for, don't think it's pronounced Bennett, but I'm going with Bennett. Excellent goal. And Bennett here. I'm not sure. But he's a really good player actually, really got good potential, good young player, light and quick. As you can see, we're struggling on the wage budget, but that'll come in the summer. Next season's wage budget's $1 million a week. So I'm not worried about that. 26 million to spend. I'm going to go out there, spend a bit of money, and I'll get back to you. Right, we've done a bit of transfer business. As you can see, it's 21st of June. I'm pretty much done. I am keeping an eye on Alex Telles and Loftus-Cheek. Their contract's up, so I'll probably bring in one of them before the summer's done, but that's going to be it. Not a lot of people have gone out, but as you can see, quite a lot have come in. Although it says 99 million, but I think we've only spent about 25 million. So we brought in Reece Nelson on a free, very good player. Anil Ahmedodzic, I'm going with. Sheffield United, lovely centre-back, really good on the last game. Ashley Phillips, I think, is a great centre-back, potentially. Got Gula from Fenerbahce, Oscar Gluck, he's a lovely wonder kid, and Rooney Bargy. I'll show you some of these. So Rooney there, a brilliant player, isn't he? 18 years old, wonder kid, agreeing to be like an impact sub for us, so that's good. We can just get him a bit of game time, hopefully progress. Oscar Gluck, who's already a first team player, looking at these stats and the rating. Another wonder kid, either footed. really excited. I haven't used him on FM23 yet. Got Ardagula, who's again more for the future. His physicals aren't great at all, but his mental and technicals I think are superb. So if we can develop those physical traits a bit, get him a bit stronger and quicker, he's going to be a handful. And again, he's happy to be an impact sub, so I don't think he's going to get unhappy not starting every game. Same with this guy, although the difference with this guy is the physicals are already there, already class, only going to get better. He needs to develop his mental and technical, which I know he does on this game. So he will be a very good player. Anil, who I think already is a good player. 25-year-old Bosnian international, that perfectionist personality, which we've got a few like that now. 6'3", quick for a centre back, 14 acceleration, 15 pace. I think he's going to be a really good player for us. Just strengthens us up a bit. And then Reece Nelson, okay, he's not very defensive. A lovely quick winger who will probably look to play as that right wing back if he starts. He'll probably come on from the bench first. He might play as one of the attacking midfielders, but I think more likely as that right wing back. So I think that's a really solid summer. We haven't really lost anyone. Maybe question marks over the goalie, but I want to give Patterson another season. I think we've got a lot more strength and depth now. So hopefully that'll bode well for us to get a bit further up the league. This is me trying to find out what player count. I don't know why I kept going off for some reason, but I'm pretty sure we've got about 23 players there. So that's pretty much where I'd want a squad, 22, 23. I don't want too many players because I feel like they'll get unhappy when they're not playing. As long as we can keep them fresh and not tire them out too much, not get too many injuries, I think we should be okay. A lot of younger players now. I think the potential in this squad's massive now. That's really good. I'll go and have a quick look because we're still on the last season, so it won't tell us yet. Season previews and stuff like that. You can see Child playing, you'll get a lot of yellow cards. He's a tremendous player. Got him, I think's great. Schedule hasn't come out for the next season yet, but never mind. But what I'll do is I'll probably end the video here soon. So, well, as you can see, still quite a bit of wage budget to play with, 200 grand a week, 39 grand transfer budget. Let me know what would you do. Would you buy anyone else? Who anyone to suggest? I'm thinking Loftus-Cheek, and that might just be my squad sorted then. But let me know. Don't suggest any strikers though, obviously. But we'll leave it there and take care, guys. See you in the next one.